Hey there and welcome back to my channel, and if you're new, welcome to my channel and thank you so much for being here. My name is Sarah, and if you're new, make sure you hit the subscribe button before you leave, and if you're a returning subscriber, do consider hitting the little bell down below for notifications on when I put up new videos. I upload twice a week. For some reason, I always mess up saying that. That is just like a tongue twister for me. For some reason. Anyways, I have got a first for you today. This is a company I've never worked with before. I am partnering with Adam and Eve. You may already know Adam and Eve, and like, full disclosure for people who don't like conversations about like intimacy or sex, this is not the video for you. I've known Adam and Eve online for quite some time. I think most of us do, but what you might not know about them is that they actually offer like a huge selection of plus size lingerie, and they actually reached out and asked if I wanted to try some pieces. So a huge thank you for Adam and Eve for sponsoring this video, and as a thank you to you guys and a little incentive, they've actually given me a discount code which you can find right here and you can use on the website, and it'll get you 50% off almost any single item and free shipping. And that is open to both Canadian and US customers. I'm thinking about you Canadians here. I know sometimes I forget you guys, but you're in my heart, so this works for you guys too. The code is relatively easy to remember. It's just gonna be blush. I am probably gonna use it myself, to be entirely honest with you. Anyways, you guys, I've got a pile of lingerie that I'm dying to show you, so grab a snack, get comfortable, and let's get started. So first up is this super cute and super femme purple little number, and I've mentioned this in the past. I don't really do purple unless it's a certain shade of purple, and I figured since like I have literally no purple lingerie, might as well start on Adam and Eve. I got this in, I believe, a 3X, and it has so much stretch to it, like it's really nice. And then also this like lace panel in the front just like gives you a little peek at your belly. And let me say one thing first about like belly and intimacy. I used to fear showing my belly all the time. Like a little number like this used to scare me, but to be honest with you, bellies are so cute, and like I just feel like it's so fun when you can finally like let loose and be free and like wear a number like this. And honestly, even for me, I feel like this is like kind of modest in terms of things I've worn, but if you're kind of in the middle of like wanting to get out of your comfort zone and show a little bit more than you're used to in your lingerie, this is actually perfect because it just gives you a little bit of a peek, and it's super cute. I really love the way it looks on the body. So there's like also this like little underwire here, which just gives it this like really cute peekaboo, but also the breasts themselves are completely see-through. I can't remember if I showed that in the footage. Well, I'm gonna have to do some doctoring if that's the case. The only thing I'll say about this, it fits pretty much everywhere else like I need it to. The bust is just a little bit too small for me, but with that being said, I do like that it's a little bit tighter on my bust because it gives me like a little bit more lift. And to be honest with you, I spent like a solid 15 minutes taking selfies in this and like, you know, showing it to some people, feeling good about myself. If lingerie doesn't make you want to take a million selfies, then like, what's the point? So this next piece of lingerie, I'm not going to pose in for you. I really contemplated it, but it was like, I just don't feel like this is even appropriate with covering because it's totally and completely cut out in the bust area. This is actually something that I would pair with like some pasties. There are glitter like heart pasties, and I think that together it would look really cute. But everything about it in terms of like my aesthetic and my style is so on par with what I would wear. Like first off, it's red, and I think red lingerie is just amazing. I love red lingerie. There's something about it that just makes me feel like that much sexier. And then it's a baby doll. It's got that obviously very sexy aspect to it where you're exposed, but then if you were to like cover your nipples, you're not so exposed, but you're still exposed, you know what I mean? But like the baby doll makes it like a little bit more delicate and like innocent in a way, even though you're not innocent, you know what I mean? So I believe I got this one in the size 3X, and there's a lot of stretch. The only like real area that I feel like I needed to worry about was like the waist, or like where it sits kind of on the bra line. And because there's so much stretch, even if I like needed to get this in a 2X for some reason, it would be totally fine. And everything else about it is just like, you know, pretty exposed. You don't really need to worry. I'd also say, like, if you have a smaller bust than I do, and I'm like 40-60 double D, something like that, this would even still work on you too. Like, I don't feel like it's super large. Am I just realizing that this actually fits a little differently? No, I'm right. I thought for a second that this piece here like kind of went over the nipple, and I was like, I can see how that would be a thing, but no, it doesn't. I really want to wear this for the right occasion, because when I put it on, I was like, I dig this. I just need some pasties, and I've got a whole look at red lingerie. Alright, so next up is this real cute black number. You have to have like 1 or 2 like black numbers in your wardrobe because they're just so like classic, and I love pairing like a nice bold red lip with this. This one is like relatively simple, but also not. I'm really liking the lace cutouts here. It is quite modest in terms of like obviously the other ones I showed you, and like the bust itself is not see-through in any capacity, but the fact that there's like, you know, the lace cutouts and like a little lace trim makes it like just a little bit less of a modest piece. So if you're kind of the person who likes to do like more modest lingerie, this would absolutely be the one for you. It doesn't have nearly as much room as the other ones I showed you, because like this definitely will hug your body. By the way, I got this in a 3X. I just feel like it's not as spacious, especially since like the stitching along here doesn't really have as much like give to it. I really like this one on, actually. I took a bunch of selfies in it. I think it looks super cute. I also really appreciate the fact that there's like adjustable straps, because like sometimes with certain lingerie, as you'll see with like some of the other pieces I showed you, I feel like they don't really give me like a lot of lift in the bust, and I just appreciate some lift in the bust when it's like, you know, time for certain things. I've got to be coy with what I'm saying because this is YouTube. You know, you get what I mean. Okay, so next up is like one of my personal favorites, and I'm sure you'll be able to tell why as you're seeing it. Not only is it this beautiful, beautiful like blush color, and I'm loving the light pink and the black together. I love that color combination, but I also really love the waist. Like, it's just a slight definition by adding that black band, and then the back is just super, super sexy to me. And I really, really, really like the way it looks on. Did I do something here? No, I didn't. I really, really like the way it looks on. You're probably seeing it so much better in the footage because it's kind of hard to show you, but it looks so nice. And then this one does go a little bit longer too. I'd say it kind of goes like just below my butt, so it's kind of meant to be a longer piece. And they do also have like garters attached. You wouldn't have to worry about like getting a garter set for this. You could just get your stockings, which I do believe Adam and Eve sells stockings as well. I also really like that the bust itself does have underwire, so like it would give me more support. However, I do think I got this in a size too large for me. When I put it on, I was like, I kind of feel like it's just a little bit large. I believe this is a size 3X. I kind of lost all the tags when I took them all off, but I'm fairly certain I would have got this in a 3X. And I think just the way that I like my lingerie to fit, a 2X probably would have been a little bit more appropriate for me. But maybe next time when I put this on, if I just play with the straps themselves, I'd feel like I'd have a little bit more lift. This is definitely one of my favorites. I should mention that there's boning in it too, which I really like because it just kind of like hugs your curves a little bit more and gives you like more of a definition, which I don't think you can go wrong with, especially in the bedroom. Makes you look phenomenal. So I'm definitely packing this one when I go to Boston, and I will probably need to dig up some stockings somewhere because the full effect would look amazing. Alright, so I actually got a bra and panty set. First, let me just talk to you about the top. So it's a bra that has this like really cool harness look. A few years back, like this harness bra look was like in, everybody wanted it, myself included. This top I believe was a 3X, I want to say, and first and foremost I felt like the bust itself didn't necessarily sit the way that I wanted, but I really do think it's just a matter of playing with the straps. As I said already, I just feel like I like a little bit more lift in my lingerie, and because there's so much stretch too, it doesn't really give you like that full lift that a bra would, but maybe you could just like pop a bra underneath that wouldn't take away from it or something, or honestly just play with the straps, make them tighter, it'll work. Oh my god, I love these bottoms. I absolutely fell in love. They're Garter Bottoms. I really love this panel of lace. It is so freaking cute. I love how it looks on the body. It's giving you that like little bit of a peekaboo. I really like the way this looked on me. I love the fit of it. I also like that it's high-waisted, and if you're a little concerned, like there's a lot of stretch in that too, so it feels very comfortable on the body. So this like actual part of it too, like the actual like panty part, does cut very high. I don't ever expect to wear these like out because they are garter panties. I'm sure if I were to take like the garters off, it would be fine, but I feel like I'd still be comfortable in it. I mean, it does cut pretty high, but it wasn't like super uncomfortable, and I actually had them on for a little bit. I believe I took pictures in these, and they didn't feel uncomfortable. I actually just sort of felt like I was wearing panties. This is pretty versatile as well. It could even go like under some of the pieces that I showed you. I don't know if I mentioned this, but I got these both in a 3X. I think I already mentioned the top's a little bit big, so maybe the top would have been better if I could get it separately as a 2X, just because I feel like it's a little bit too big for me there. But overall, I really like this set. Okay, so next up is something I consider kind of like bridal-esque. Like, that's probably just because white will always make me think of bridal stuff. This one is also a 3X, and like pure stretch everywhere. Like, I know a lot of the times like lingerie can be super over the top, but sometimes just something is like beautiful and delicate like this can also really make a huge impact for me. And sometimes when I'm like not feeling like doing the whole 9 yards, this is perfect as well. And it's also super sexy. Like, look how much space there is. There's so much space there. I should also mention that it does kind of like flow out a little bit, but I didn't find it was like super baby doll-esque. Okay, so next up, and I feel like I've already said this, but this is another personal favorite of mine, is this really beautiful teal baby doll, and I love the colors, and also love how this feels and fits on the body. I'm always quite fond of like v-neck tops like this. It's got like a little bit of a lace, and so I feel like it gives me like a little bit of a lift, a little bit of like a, you know what I mean? And then I also really appreciate a good baby doll. I love being in skin tight stuff, but sometimes baby dolls are just so comfortable. This could also be worn as like a nightie for bed. I know like most nighties like this, by the time I wake up, nothing's being covered, but like when it's really hot like this, and sometimes I just don't like sleeping like naked. I want to be in something, so this is perfect as well. It's kind of like multitasking in a way. I got this one at a 3X, by the way. 100% would say this could fit a 4X. This was quite roomy on me. It's also got like so much stretch to it, so like if you're not sure, I'd say take the risk, to be honest with you, because for myself, this was even like a little bit baggy on me. Not that like I feel like a 2X necessarily would have been a better fit, but the bust itself too is even like a little bit, not gonna use the word oversized, but generous in terms of what I'm used to. Okay, so next up is that classic red and classic black all in one, which I feel like black and red for lingerie too is like pretty classic. I actually don't think I've been mentioning this, but a lot of them do come with like the panties attached like this, but personally I don't like these. Actually, I throw them away pretty much the second I take them off, just because I feel like it doesn't really work for me. Like I just don't. So I've just been pairing what I have with these, which is fine. But getting back to the actual garment, it is skin tight. It's really nice, like super sexy. And if you're feeling like you don't want to show your belly necessarily, this is perfect because it is completely opaque. There's nothing going on, but it's also kind of like, again, taking you out of your comfort zone a little bit. And then it finishes with this trim of red lace and then it has the attached garters to it, so it's nice if you want to put some stockings on. Definitely more of like the vintage feel, I find. You know me, you know I quite like the vintage inspired stuff. This one again is in a size 3X and it's got a lot of stretch but definitely form-fitting. I really like this one. Just feel like it's such a good classic piece. Alright, so last but certainly not least is this beautiful teal, turquoise, green, seafoam. I don't know. You guys tell me in the comments below what color you think this is. I know what color it is. I'm just really bad at this. I got this one in a size 3X first and foremost. It's probably 3X, 4X, and it is quite roomy. So I feel like if you're kind of like on the cusp of a 3X, 4X, this would definitely work for you because like look how much stretch is in that. This one is also form-fitting as well, but like, oh, it looks so pretty on the body. Like this lace here is so beautiful, and the bottom trim, it's just like so feminine to me, and I really love that. I love like super feminine clothing, lingerie, everything, and although this is not like a color that I would necessarily gravitate towards, it looks really nice on my body. I really like it. Look at that massive bow there, it's so cute. Oh, also, I should mention the back has this like bra, so you can kind of give yourself a little bit more room. Definitely feel like so many people could fit in this because of the amount of room that's on here. Alright you guys, well that's everything for the haul portion of this video, and this was a lot of fun. I feel like I don't really show this stuff enough, and I want to be showing stuff like this to you, and I really enjoyed teaming up with Adam and Eve. Just reminding you guys again that I do have a discount for you guys to use, which is blush. You can just find it right here, also in the description, as well as links to everything I showed you. As per usual, and as I always say, I would love to hear which of these pieces you guys like and how you guys feel about lingerie. Are you there yet? Do you want to be there in your like body love journey? Anyways, you guys, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap up this video, so don't forget you can find new videos from me every Wednesday and every Sunday, and new blog posts every Tuesday and every Friday, and I'll see you next time. Bye!